10. I mean, even though we stand alone, we stand together.
Ladies and gentlemen, prepare for landing. Fasten your seatbelts. Thank you for flying Air Force Airlines. Over me.
And welcome everybody to another edition of TSFA Live, powered by Tay's Newsletter, your new home for Texas Six-Man football. I'm your great host, Dante Evans. This is...
And I'm your co-host, Marcel Nolden. So this week, we're going to decide to give y'all not one, not two, but three teams. We're going to start off first with the defending champs, the Revolution. We're also going to talk to you about the Cowboys and the Longhorns.
First-year team, first-year players, and first-year head coach. To most people, these might seem like the ingredients for an improbable season, but not to the Cowboys. The Cowboys are hoping to turn heads in 2009, and to do that, they know it must start on offense. I caught up with some of their core offensive players to get their thoughts on how they're preparing for the season. What is everybody everybody's expecting this team to struggle this year, and rightfully so, but does that take any pressure off you guys coming into this season?
Oh, really, just everybody just motivates to do better things and just stay up and play better than what we have.
For the Cowboys, it doesn't just stop there on offense. First-year head coach Louis Portillo,
let's go, Larry.
Hey,
go too fast, Larry. You're going too fast right there.
Knows that offense is only part of the key. Lewis comes from a defensive background, once coaching with the Longhorns. Caught up with him and some of his defensive players to get their thoughts.
Take that from him. Let's go.
All right, Lewis, what are you expecting going into this first game, this new rivalry with your brother that you got?
Man, you know what? To be honest with you, man, I really think that we're ready. I love my brother. I know the kind of team that he has. I was a part of one for a long time. Have a lot of respect for them and the whole team. But I really feel that I hope they practice pretty hard because we've been hitting it hard, man, since September. And as you saw today, we've been going like that twice a week. Sometimes on Sundays also. So I mean, we're gonna bring it. I'll either talking on the field. We're gonna bring it.
We know how Lewis is a respectable coach in the league. So I mean, he's got people looking at him. He's got people saying, "Hey, we got an eye on you." That's pretty much. There's not really any pressure on that. Everybody in the league knows it's our first year. So I mean, knowing with no experience, I mean, whatever we come to do, we're gonna do it. We're gonna accept it. Whether we come in and make it to the finals, whatever it is. I mean, we do it and we did it respectably because of what we did on the practice field. We come in, we don't do as well. I mean, we're not gonna hang our heads as well. I mean, again, like I said, we're here to have fun. We're not here to cause anything, nothing. We just want to go out and play football. And that's pretty much what we're here to do. So.
Reporting for Cowboys Count, Dante Evans, TSFA Live. And with that, we're welcoming you back to TSFA Live. What are the team's expectations this year and coming into the season?
Well, they're a new team, so I mean, you really can't have too many expectations. I mean, we don't know how talented they are. We don't know how they're going to be able to fare up against the Revolution or Longhorns or any of the other top contenders in the league. But I mean, we can't put them just at the bottom just because they're an expansion team. But being an expansion team, I mean, we have to expect them to struggle, as is with any expansion team. I mean, there's been a select few in certain sports, but an expansion team is almost a given that you're going to struggle because you have to find yourself. You got to see what are your weaknesses, what are your strong points, and you grow from it.
I think you do have to expect this team to, I don't want to say fail, but they're going to struggle to get any type of win this year. It's going to be tough for them to pull out any wins. I think you got to look at the Phoenix in their first year. If I can remember correctly, I don't remember them winning a game. If they did, it was only one. But with that being said, I think they still have to go in every game playing tough. If you don't go in there thinking that you're going to win, of course you're going to lose. Either way, I think they are going to lose.
Okay, well, with that being said, and everyone expecting the Cowboys to struggle, what do you think their mindset has to be just for them to get prepared for each game?
I think you got to take it game by game, and you can't worry about the last one. You got to go into each game saying, this is our game plan. We're going to execute it to perfection, and we're going to come out and win this game. And I think you have to go into the game thinking that. You got to go in halftime thinking that, regardless of the score. And it has to be about pride. If you don't have no pride in this league, that's one thing that the Phoenix did have. Everybody respected them for it, even though they didn't win any games. You got to have pride. And I think people would respect that and remember more than their record.
You know, I agree. And being an expansion team, your first year, I mean, I think they're going to get a win, at least a win, because no one's going to take them serious. They're an expansion team. All rookies. It's not like they're bringing in vets from another team. It's going to be all new faces. So I'm excited to see what they're going to do. I mean, do I think they're going to do well? No. But I think they're going to get at least a win. I mean, I don't want to see the Cowboys as the Detroit Lions of the NFL. I really don't.
That's pretty harsh.
Yeah, well, and I don't think they will be. I mean, I think they'll get at least one.
I do think it's a fair assumption, though, that that's how people are going to think about it. Hopefully that's not going to be the case.
Exactly. I mean, nobody's going to take them serious. Just like with the Lions, nobody took them seriously in no games. I mean, there were games where there were a couple of games in a year that they were up in the fourth quarter and they just found a way to lose because no one took them seriously, and they didn't take themselves seriously. So as long as they don't go into each game with that mindset that they're not going to be taken seriously, or the fact that they believe in themselves, as long as they believe in themselves, I think they'll be fine. If they go into every game to win
season or on the league this year,
well, I don't think they'll have much, again, because they're an expansion team. But you know what? Like I said, it's a trial and error thing. This first year, it's going to be just showing strong points and weaknesses. I mean, they're going to struggle. I mean, that's a given. But with all that struggle, with all these L's they're going to take, I'm almost positive there are going to be some highlights. There's going to be some bright spots. There's going to be something for them to look forward to next season.
I think you got to take a bright spot from each game, apply it to the next, and in turn, apply it to the next season. Like you said, it's going to be tough. They're going to struggle. But I think they will have some impact on some of the games that are going to be deciding factors down the stretch. It's going to be some games where teams are going to be looking to get that #1 seed. They're going to have to play the Cowboys. They might be able to sneak up on a team like that down the stretch. I think that's how a lot of teams lose, is because they don't worry about a team. They look ahead to the next game, and that may be the aura around this team, is that a lot of teams are going to look at this as a trap team and look at their games as trap games, and they may overlook them. They might be able to squeeze out a win or two like that.
And I definitely agree, and that's why I said what I said. So, with that being said, Cowboys, don't let me down. I said that y'all are not going to be the Detroit Lions of the NFL, so y'all have to win at least one game for me.
I'm not going to put you down, but I'm going to tell you it's going to be tough. And I'm not going to, I hope that you get a win. Do I think you're going to get a win? No, I don't. That's my prediction.
Well, like I said, I'm not going to be that harsh. I just want you to get one. I hate to be wrong, so please prove him wrong.
Just don't quit on us. That's all I'm asking. Don't quit on us. Have some pride. That's all that matters in this league. That's how you earn respect.
Lose with dignity.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, this is another edition of TSFA Live. We thank you for welcoming time. Man, I don't know what it is.
Thank you for welcoming us into your home again for another edition of TSA Live. He's had a rough day, so I had to assist a little bit more in this episode, and we'll see you next week about some more teams and the start of the new season. And I'm your co-host, Marcel Nolan.
And I'm your tongue-twisted host, Monte Evans.